Hello friends, we are going to make this adorable bunny. I love the chippiness. I love how old and worn and weathered he looks. I just love how he turned out, and it wasn't what I initially started out to do, and we'll talk about that. But for to begin with, I used some gel stain, and for some reason I didn't catch that on camera, I guess. So I gel stained the whole entire thing with just gel stain that I get at Hobby Lobby, and then I wiped it off just with a paper towel, the excess. And so now I'm going over and I did gel stain the entire bunny, the edges and both sides. But now I'm just on the top putting a crackle medium by Folk Art, and I'm putting it, making sure I get clear to the edges and all over the top, and then I'm going to let it dry. And this takes a little bit longer to dry, probably 5 to 10 minutes, even with the heat tool. So I set that aside. It's mostly dry, but I'm letting it finish drying. Now I've got some packing paper that came in my Amazon order, and I crinkled it up, as you could see, and now I'm ironing it. And I'm going to make some little carrot tags and lettuce tags, or not tag, well, kind of tags, but they're little seed packets. And these little images are in my Etsy listing, and the link will be below. But it's a huge listing of all kinds of rustic, vintage seed packets. And I've got 4 different sizes. These little teeny tiny ones. I've got some 4x6, some 4x 5 1/4, and then some like 2.5 by 4 roughly, and then these little teeny ones. And I'm just going to make little seed packets. So as you can see, I'm just Mod Podging them on this crinkled up packing paper, and I doubled up the paper. There's 2 layers of that paper, and so right now I'm just Mod Podging it on, making sure I get it all adhered down to the paper, even down to the corners and everything. Just wiping off some excess with my paper towel and giving it a thorough dry, making sure none of it peels up. But you can see how cute they are. And so now I'm cutting around all 4 sides of each seed packet. I'm leaving about in between a quarter inch and a half inch border all the way around. You can leave whatever, you can make them whatever size you want. That's roughly maybe a quarter inch around the edge of the label. So I've got 2 layers, and I'm going to glue these together on the bottom and the 2 sides, just using hot glue. And I should have glued it better, because you'll see I keep having to go back and glue some little areas that kept popping open. So because I just barely glued it, and I wish I would have glued it a little bit better, but I ended up getting it in the end. So I'm just doing those 3 sides, and then I'm just going to use regular little cotton balls and kind of fluff them out and spread them out, just 1 per little packet, and just stick inside that packet, and then I'll glue the top. And you can see how it's kind of opening up there. I just kind of have to fix a few little holes that pop open. And be careful not to burn yourself. I did. This paper's so thin that the heat goes through instantly of that glue. But here I am fixing a couple more little places that popped open. Aren't they cute? They're just little kind of thin little pillow packets. I think they turned out darling. And in the end, when I show my bunny on display, I forgot to set the packets by him. I'm closing up the second one. So one's lettuce, one's carrots. And I have 2 carrots, I have lettuce, I have green beans and radishes and bell peppers. So now I'm just going to go around all the edges with my Tim Holtz Distress ink in the color Vintage Photo, just making them look old and worn to match my bunny. He's very chippy and old and weathered as well in the end. And I'm trying to decide how I'm going to display them. I just want them to cross over a little bit at the top, so I'm just gluing them together. And I'm using a little hole punch, and I'm punching 2 little holes. And I'm going to tie some twine in there and then tie it in a bow. Like I said, these will be displayed next to him. Decided to put a little button on top of that bow. Just love the looks of little buttons. Okay, going back to my bunny, it's all dried now, so now I'm putting my chalk paint by Folk Art on top, and you try to go in one direction. And this is what didn't work out. I don't know what didn't go well, what I did wrong, but it didn't crackle. And I've used this crackle medium a lot, and I really honestly don't know what I did wrong, but usually it starts crackling once the heat comes on. And there was a couple small little ones that developed, but overall it did not crackle, and I was so disappointed. I was just like, oh, all this work and it's not crackling. I don't know what I did or didn't do wrong. So, but anyway, it's just another happy craft mistake. So I went with it and we made it work. So after I get that paint fully dry, I'm just going to sand it. And with that crackle medium under the paint, it came off quite easily anyway. So it crackled, or not, excuse me, it sanded up nicely. You can see there it did not crackle hardly at all. So now I'm just really distressing all the edges, but also the entire body of the bunny as well. And you can see it's coming off quite nicely in certain spots. It's going around in the same direction, but then in a minute I'll go the opposite direction. Right now I'm going the vertical now, or horizontal, I guess it is. Just giving him that really chippy, weathered look. And I loved how it turned out, so I was happy with this project. Even though the crackle medium did not work, I still stand by that product. It's a great product. I've had great luck getting it to crackle, so I must have done something wrong. So I'm just going to distress them up a little bit more and just go around all the edges, just like that distressed, darkened, defined edge look. And there's so much you could do with these bunnies. You could Mod Podge tissue on them. Oh, and I got this at Dollar Tree. I was so happy to be able to find some. So if you see them in your Dollar Tree, grab them up. So I've got this fabric ribbon that I bought. I think I got it on Temu, and I love it. All the edges are frayed. So I'm just grabbing it and making 2 loops, kind of spread apart. And then I wrap one around the other one and tuck it in and make a bow. And it ended up way too large. I had to keep pulling it and tugging it and arranging it, and finally got it the size I wanted. But it's this whole project, I'm keeping somewhat pretty neutral colors. So once I got that, I just cut it and frayed those edges where I cut it to match the rest of it. And then I'll just set that aside. Just making sure it fits on him where I'm going to lay him. That's going to look cute. So I've got some little greenery picks. I cut off of a larger greenery pick. I got these at Hobby Lobby. And it's just a nice bushy arrangement that I can just keep cutting off little pieces as I need them. So I'm just gluing some at different angles, Trying to decide where I'm going to put these little tiny blossoms. And these I also got at Hobby Lobby as well. So I'm just going to have those sticking out the top part of the bow. And again, as you can see, this project's really neutral, just creams and tans mostly, except the greenery is the pop of color. So now I'm going to put that bow on, arrange the little tail where I want it to, and hold it as the glue's drying so it stays put. And I thought it needed a little bit more greenery, so I'll stick another little piece in a moment. This is a little tag that I printed off my computer onto craft cardstock. Just says Happy Easter. And so I rounded the corners, and I'm distressing it with that same ink, and now I'm bending it and folding it and making it look old and weathered, and then just roughing up the edges with my scissors. I'll just punch a little hole and put some twine in. I just stick a loop through that hole, then pull the ends through that loop, then pull them snugly. So I'm just going to glue that on top of the bow. Just hold that there, and then I'm going to pick out a button. I got this lot of buttons on Amazon, and this has been the best lot I've gotten. I love these. There's so many unique, really vintagey buttons in it. It's been a great supply that I purchased. And I think he's looking so cute. I do put in another little piece of greenery, like I said. And I end up shortening that little twine from the tag and putting the tag up a little bit higher in the end. So I've got these little wooden heart buttons. So I'm really roughing him up and sanding, distressing it, and making it look old to match the rest of the project. Using that distressing along the edges a little bit. I've got this needle and thread that I just keep at my desk, and I'm going down and then up through the other loop and pulling it. And I'm just going to tie that in a teeny tiny bow. Just to pull those tighter so the loops are smaller. Cut that excess off, and then I'm just going to glue it on his little thigh, I guess, towards his bottom, towards his tail. And to me, that just kind of finished him off. And again, I did shorten that tag twine a little bit, but here he is finished. I love him, and I hope you do too. Hope this inspires you to make something similar. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and you have a whimsical day.